Nothing is ever as easy as it looks or seems. And this has never been truer as with hoisting and rigging pipe into the trench. There are many hazards that make hoisting and rigging and working around heavy equipment one of the most dangerous activities that happen on a work site. And the dangers are magnified in a congested site, as on a right-of-way. Before starting, a qualified, competent person as defined in occupational health safety legislation will classify the lift as either a standard lift or a critical lift. A lift plan will be developed and reviewed in a pre-lift meeting by all workers involved in the lift. The lift plan must include abort procedures. All personnel involved in the lift have responsibilities. These responsibilities will be reviewed and acknowledged by all workers involved in the lift. Some key positions involved in the lift include the lift director, equipment operators, signaler or spotter, rigger, who must be a qualified and competent person for the task, ground personnel. A field-level hazard assessment must be conducted and must be reviewed and acknowledged by all affected workers. Ahead of the lift, forepersons and ground workers must remove all non-essential personnel and equipment. Know the work area. Know and understand and adhere to the lift plan and abort procedures. Know where the overhead and underground lines are. Know what activity is happening nearby. Know the weather conditions. Know yourself. Be fit for work. Equipment operators must be competent and thoroughly familiar with the equipment being used. Inspect the equipment prior to beginning the lift. Be aware of the capacity of the crane, lifting, or hoisting device being operated. Be aware of the manufacturer's specifications of the device being used. Know they have the final go or no-go of the lift. If the operator is unsure of any limitations, the lift can be paused. Rigging and slinging work must be done by or under the direct supervision of the rigger. Rigging equipment must be fit for service and suitable for the specific task. Rigging equipment must be visually inspected before use to ensure there is no damage or defect. Identification tags and labels are intact and legible. Surerus Murphy's rigging inspection tag is current. The rig is carrying an appropriate load rating for the intended lift. Working load limits can be limited or reduced by certain conditions, like the hardware's condition. Is the load static or dynamic? Meaning, is there a chance for it to be in motion when lifting? Accounting for the weight and condition of hooks, blocks, swings, and other parts. Protecting the sharp corners of the slings and ensuring all equipment is rust-free. When ready to lift, make sure suspended loads are secure and balanced. Tag lines are in place to prevent uncontrolled motion. Proper weight and tagging are also in place. The sling is properly attached. The load line is over the load center of gravity before lifting. Discuss the lift beforehand with the people around you and use spotters to help you be accurate and avoid hard-to-see risks. And most importantly, ensure no person is standing under or will be close to being under the load once lifted. After the lift is done, make sure to store the equipment and hardware safely to prevent knots, rust, and unnecessary wear and tear that can impact safety. The bottom line is that hoisting and rigging is not a one-person job, and it is not a fast job. Doing it well means doing it safely, being aware of all risks, and having conversations with those around you to ensure they are always aware. Rigging and hoisting safely is more complicated than it looks. Be situationally aware and be prepared. Being prepared always means wearing appropriate PPE. Surerus Murphy's standard PPE includes steel-toe boots, a hard hat, high-visibility jacket, safety glasses, and safety gloves. Some things to consider when fitting yourself for PPE. Wear a Type 2 hard hat that offers protection at the crown and side of the head. Make sure hard hats fit properly so you can move your head normally without impeding your visual ability. Wear safety gloves that provide protection from abrasion, puncture, and impact. Safety gloves should have cut-resistant qualities and be designed for heavy construction, such as rigging and general work. Wear safety gloves always while conducting work at project sites. Our eyes are irreplaceable. Wearing safety glasses is critical. Safety glasses protect eyes from the hazards of power tools, chemicals, dust, and ultraviolet light. Surerus Murphy provides glasses that meet CSA Z94.3 or ANSI Z87.1 standards. Never take safety glasses off while on a project site. Wear a safety vest or jacket. Reflective markings on high-visibility clothing ensures workers stand out. We prefer to use the color orange in our high-vis clothing, as it is a strong hazard identifier, meaning caution. Wear steel-toed boots. We require 6-inch CSA-approved steel-toe boots on the right-of-way. Make sure your boot fits snugly, has good traction, and is CSA-approved. Laces should be tight and in good condition to provide adequate ankle protection as we traverse uneven ground. Traction control aids are a good idea as ground conditions and seasons change. Surerus Murphy provides disposable hearing protection devices that must be worn in identified areas where noise exceeds 85 decibels. In instances where noise levels exceed 105 decibels, double hearing protection is needed. Lastly, there are some activities on site, like welding and coating work, that require additional specialized PPE, such as respiratory protective equipment and/or additional face shields. PPE will go a long way to protect your body, and situational awareness will go a long way at preventing yourself and your teammates from finding yourself in a hazardous situation. And when rigging and hoisting, it is your job to review and understand Surerus Murphy's lifting, rigging, and heavy mobile equipment standard and its supporting safe operating procedures and work instructions. Use all supplied forms and checklists to ensure your lift is completed safely. Wear the right equipment, be aware, and know how to do the task at hand. Rigging and hoisting can be dangerous. Do not take any risks. Work safely. It's your job.